And joining us now here on the program, Reed Abbott, regional agronomist with AgroLiquid, is with us. Reed, good to catch up with you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir, Jesse. I appreciate the opportunity. Come on.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time, and we're going to talk about Crop Nutrition Week with AgroLiquid coming up here, first part of February. But before we do that, Reed, just give us a refresher for folks who may not be familiar with AgroLiquid. Can you tell us a little bit about the company first off?
You bet. We're actually celebrating our 40th year in business. We incorporated in 1983, and we're a Michigan-based company. But since 1983, been working our way to build distribution across the country. And so we're a total liquid fertilizer company. We've got every nutrient from nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium all the way through your secondary and micronutrients. Almost all of our products are blendable with most of your crop protection products. And a lot of that is due to the fact that we use a proprietary technology called our flavanol polymer technology that not only helps to protect that nutrition and keep it from tying up or being lost in the soil, but it also helps deliver that nutrition to the plant in a more efficient way than a lot of your conventional fertility products out there on the market.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, I know coming up here February 6th through the 10th, Crop Nutrition Week being hosted by AgroLiquid. And this is, during the winter months, it's that time, a lot of education, a lot of meetings happen. You guys are doing this week, though, virtually online and trying to provide growers with different education when it comes to fertilizers, et cetera, and just a lot of connection with agronomists. So talk a little bit about the idea behind Crop Nutrition Week and some of the things we can look forward to, Reed.
Well, I mean, as everybody knows, farming is a 365 a day, type of business, and there's a lot of different inputs, a lot of different things that a farmer has to manage, and so fertility sometimes is just one of those things, and guys are experts at it for the 2 or 3 days a year that they're booking their fertility program, but past that, they've got to move on to other decisions like seed or buying equipment or what their next year's crop plan is going to be. So we wanted to set aside a week for guys to really focus on nutrition. We understand that they themselves maybe don't have all the answers, but we wanted to be that resource for them so they could reach out, talk a little bit about their individual situation and get some education on what they might be having to deal with on their farm.
Well, and I know as well, thinking about that education seems like it's so important, especially this year when we think about the cost of inputs and all these different factors that we can't necessarily control on our farm. Knowing the right things to use, how much to use, et cetera, really important when you're looking at that ROI on your operation, isn't it, Reed?
For sure. Guys that have been farming for 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years have seen a lot of changes, especially here in the last 5 to 10, I would say. Historically speaking, fertilizer's been kind of a cheap input, I mean, obviously there's that changes year to year, but like I said, the penalty for over application or not really being very precise on what a guy was putting out wasn't really there. But now we're starting to see those dollars tighten a little bit. Fertilizer costs are going up. The margins are a little bit thinner. And so being able to educate a guy on what he really does need, maybe what he could add to his program or take away from his program to narrow down precisely where he's going to get the best return on investment on a year like this year, it's more important than ever.
Well, I think too, looking through some of the topics you guys have and just thinking about something as simple as a soil test. How many times do you run into a grower who maybe hasn't done a soil test in 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 years? I mean, something as simple as that could be a big part, is a big part of what you decide to put on your fields, isn't it, Reed?
Absolutely. And I mean, hey, I've been out there. I've pulled soil tests when it's, 35 degrees and blowing, and it's a miserable experience. And then having to sit there and box that up and ship it off to the lab. I mean, it's time consuming. There's a cost there, and we understand that. But the value of the information that you get back from that soil lab to really help you narrow down what you need, and again get that greatest return on investment is really second to none as far as being able to know what we need for that guy for that next year.
Well, I know folks want to get registered. Again, this is all interactive online. Cropnutritionweek.com. I believe that's a great place to start, isn't it, Reed?
Absolutely, yeah. There's going to be a lot of resources there, a lot of things that a guy can gain ideas from, and hopefully push him to the next level this year.
And as well, agroliquid.com. Folks want to learn more about the different products you guys have, reach out to a local agronomist and more to figure out maybe some make some decisions here. I know it's already starting to be decision time for that spring planting season, isn't it, Reed?
Absolutely, and we have all of our research data online. We actually even have compiled some win rate data so that guys can see which products are bringing those higher return on investments, and hopefully help them make that decision on whether that's something that would work on their farm. So yeah, definitely encourage you to check out our website.
agroliquid.com, and again, cropnutritionweek.com to get signed up for Crop Nutrition Week coming up February 6th through the 10th with AgroLiquid and in partnership with Next Level Ag as well. And Reed, real quick, if I give you the 30-60 second elevator pitch, what would you tell growers to get them to get signed up and attend Crop Nutrition Week for that week coming up here in February?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think again, there's going to be a lot of good information, good resources there. Like I said before, also take a look at getting those soil samples together. Make sure that you have the information that you're going to need to help you make those decisions, and again, push that yield and that profitability to the next level here in 2023.
And that's what it's all about. And we appreciate the time with that. Reed Abbott, regional agronomist with AgroLiquid. Thanks so much for joining us here today, Reed. And we will hopefully talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate it.